Hey guys, this is the Overleveled podcast, episode 22. And guys, we got a couple of topics to talk about, but we got to start off with the best topic possible, and that is God of War. Got a release date along with a trailer, and we're going to talk about said release date and said trailer and give our thoughts about the trailer and release date. So I'm going to give you guys my first impressions on the trailer and release date. And what can I say? First off, with the trailer, I wish I freaking made a video about the bag that was shown in one of the God of War trailers. It was probably the E3 one. I knew there were ashes in there, and I knew it was like the mother. But yeah, they confirmed that that's going to be a part of the storyline, that we're going to a different realm, which is, of course, in Norse mythology, in that realm, but like a different side of it, I guess. We do get to see this side of Atreus, that he has a bit of rage inside of him, which I like. He inherited it from his father. And I love the aspect of Kratos being this father figure trying to help his son get control over himself, become a better person than he was. And I think that is a good way to go. Kind of learn from your past mistakes and learn from the past mistakes of the God of War franchise of Kratos not developing as a character. And you see a lot of development from Kratos in these trailers, and the cinematography, if I can call it that. It's a video game, but dude, the shots are fucking gorgeous in the trailer, and the art direction is awesome. And I do love that it seems like we're getting this witch character who is telling us what we need to do, and I wonder if she's going to play a combat role, because she has a bow, so I think she'll be a part of that combat-esque. We got Mimir, who we saw from the couple days before with the collector's edition from last week, that he's going to play some sort of role with the World Serpent. I don't know what, because I'm not really knowing much of the Norse mythology, only the basics of the World Serpent, with Ragnarok and all that. Yeah, it seems like a very gripping serious storyline that they're going to go for. And I love this part about the trailer, and Corey has always mentioned that you're going to have these intimate moments, and people playtesting the game have said what their favorite moments are, and they're vastly different from each other. And it's different scenes in different parts of the game, whereas in God of War 3 people would be like, oh, I really like the Poseidon boss battle. It was always that. Now you got different moments of people liking that, and I had that with parts of these trailers, such as that intimate moment about being having your mind tempered, and it seemed really cool of Kratos teaching his son. And the bandages, that was another cool moment, because it seems like he's hiding a scar from the chains, and I think that was very symbolic, that he's kind of ashamed, and that's why he's rebandaging them up. And I really like that aspect of Kratos. And I'm wondering how he's going to go along the lines of his son be like, by the way, you had a half-sister, and she's dead, and her ashes are on my skin, permanently engraved. That would be a very interesting story to tell his son. And I don't think we're going to have Kratos die off in this game. Some people think so. I'm pretty sure they confirmed he doesn't die off. And it seems like some people say that the red-haired person was Thor, which I'm seeing a lot of people commenting that. And I said, I didn't think it was Thor. Not Thor. I think it was Odin. People were saying it was Odin with the red hair. Sorry. And I didn't think so. But I guess we can talk about that after my impressions and other people's impressions. I didn't think so because he seemed pretty small. Granted, Kratos is a huge guy. And it also seemed like we had human enemies as well, and I'm gonna be very interested in how they work, because we never really got human enemies besides. No, actually, no, we never got human enemies. We got humans running away and Kratos killing them and getting health bars, and all that, replenishing his health. But other than that, no. And I really like that other scene. It felt more like heaven-esque with like those ladies walking. I don't even know if they're ladies, but going around Kratos, and it seemed pretty angelic. And then, of course, the money shot, I guess, of the trailer was, son asking him, "Yo, can you kill this thing? Or have you ever killed anything like that big?" You just see Kratos going in for the kill. And no, this is kind of solidifying my thoughts on the game that this will be a Game of the Year contender, along with like Red Dead Redemption. And this is going to be a very emotional, touching storyline that I don't think we've ever experienced in God of War. I think the closest thing to it is probably the telling of the story of Kratos' family's death in the original trilogy. Other than that, this is going to have more intimate moments, more emotional, elements to the game. And Corey has always said that, and he says he kind of tells a bit of himself in this, story, in this game, and he says some of the things like those quotes have been said to him, and it's kind of like a way of your signature in a way, right? That you're gonna put a little bit of yourself in the project, and Corey's doing that, and I thoroughly so far enjoy where it's going. And of course, April 20th, which is a week or two away from my finals, which is not good for me because either I balance it out, which I'm really going to try to, and study and also play the video game, because guess what? If I only study, I'm going to get fucking spoilers from the YouTube page, because guess what? Anytime you guys watch God of War videos and there's anything regarding God of War, they will be posted and recommended, and spoilers will occur. It always happens. But I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. I'm going to probably platinum it. It's gonna be a good time for me. I'm probably gonna play it multiple times, and I got the collector's edition, which shows you how much I am rooting for this game to succeed. And overall, great trailer, and hopefully we'll get more games for of that caliber throughout the rest of the year. So after that long, in-depth, heart to heart, right? I'll give it to Inspector, what his thoughts on the trailer were.
Like you, I thought it was a great trailer. And I like how, as you said, they're humanizing Kratos, how they're kind of bringing him down to earth, because he's such a larger than life character. And I've only played God of War 3, but I think he was the most over the top in God of War 3. He was just really rage, a lot of rage. And I feel like giving him a son, it's kind of like what they did. I don't like doing this comparison, but it's kind of like what they did with Superman in DC Rebirth, where they gave him a son, and it really brought him down to earth after the New 52, where they totally changed Superman's character. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Norse mythology. I find it very interesting, even though I'm not as versed in Norse mythology as I am Greek mythology. And I don't think that person is Odin. It's a nice guess though, but I think it might be Balder, because his son was praying to Balder at the beginning of this trailer. So it could be Balder, but I don't know. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the trailer. Looking forward to April 20th. Mm-hmm. And like you, it's a couple weeks away from my finals, so it's going to be hard for me to balance it.
Because you just what's going to end up happening, right? Spoilers are going to come. So it's fuck. If I don't fucking do this shit, then I'm going to get the game spoiled, and kind of takes away from the experience.
Yeah.
It's because of YouTube's algorithm, which is a pain in the ass. But Marvel DC fan, give us your thoughts on the God of War trailer and the release date.
Well, first off, I don't have finals like these schmucks, so I'm going to be enjoying all the time I can playing the game. And second, honestly, I thought this was a fantastic trailer. Man, like everything that, I can't even put it to words how much I love this trailer. All the stuff that it kind of brings to the table, and like you said, this game is like it really brings Kratos down to earth. Because I mean, the problem with me for Kratos is that he's an interesting character, but like most of the time he's Death of Olympus and Rage, and just, I mean, it's hard to get behind that. But with this game, for me at least, it might be a little bit easier to relate more to him. So I'm really excited to see how that dynamic with him and his son, how that kind of comes into play throughout the story. And I mean, that release date, you get to play the game and blaze it at the same time. So, that's fun.
What about you, Taladia?
My thoughts on the release date. It's a good release date. To be fairly honest, I think it's the perfect timing for that.
What are your thoughts on the trailer?
Except for we need a trailer.
No, I said, what do you think about the trailer?
Yeah, the trailer.
Oh, I haven't seen the trailer. I only saw
the trailer. Heresy.
Sorry, dude. Your boy's been grinding on Twitch.
Heresy.
I haven't had time. Plus, I've been ill yesterday, so.
If I was ill still, I would have watched that trailer.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm a trooper.
I mean, if I was sick and I watched the God of War trailer, the God of War trailer would have made me better just by watching it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you?
Yes, but if when I'm sick, there's nothing I can do about it. But I would, in my honest opinion, though, it'd be a fun game. That's all I can say. It's gonna be a really cool game. Right, perfect timing for the release date for God of War as well.
So I guess we can kind of do some. I don't want to say theories, but really kind of go a little bit more into the trailer. I want to say, I guess the theory would be, let's talk when. In particularly, I'm going to exclude Taladia because Taladia didn't see the trailer. So
blame the guy who was sick. Blame the guy who was sick.
So I think that along the lines of the witch was saying that something in Atreus is making him, I don't know, sick or ill. And it's like his nature fighting with him. Some people are theorizing it's the rage that Atreus inherited from Kratos, but I really don't think that's the case. I think it's more like, it's his half god nature. Kratos gave on to Atreus. Now people will be like, but Red Hood, what about the Greek, gods with their people and having, demigods, half god, half human, like Hercules and stuff like that. And I think it's more in terms of like in line of, because they're Greek, they're able to do it, right? Their nature is able to, coincide with one another. Whereas Atreus isn't Greek. He's part of the, Norse, the Viking-esque. So that's why I think it doesn't really. That's what gets him sick. That's like really my only theory, and I guess we'll go with Inspector. Do you think that's true? Do you think it's the rage that some people are saying, or do you think it's like something else entirely?
Yeah, like to be honest, I wasn't thinking about it when I was watching the trailer. Like, I wasn't thinking about it that deeply. Like, I felt that element was really interesting. Like, he's getting sick. I wonder what he's getting sick from. But I didn't really think about it that deeply. But yeah, I think it might be. I don't think it's the rage of Kratos. I think yours is much more plausible on how, like, it's kind of like how Kratos, like, it's kind of hard to word because I'm trying to word it in a specific way. But like, as you said, Kratos is Greek, but like it's kind of like conflicting mythologies, I guess. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe like he was born like in like the Norse mythology type Greek, so he might like it might be like conflicting energies, I guess.
Something like that. Because it would be different if it was like, let's say, Odin, who had a kid with a human.
Yeah.
It would be way different. He wouldn't probably not be having that same type of problem. Which I guess we'll go with Marvel DC fan, and then we'll have one more question regarding God of War. Marvel DC fan, what do you think about the why Atreus is being sick? Do you think it's because of Kratos' anger, or it's more along the lines of what we're saying?
When I was watching the trailer the first time, I didn't really think about it either. And actually, just a couple minutes ago, I was watching it again just to get it fresh in my mind. And yeah, I'm not really with the idea that it's like the rage of Kratos and stuff like that that's really affecting such and such. I mean, I think what you guys are talking about is probably a little bit more, let's say, it sounds a little bit better in my head, more I kind of picture it. So, I mean, yeah.
All right. And also, I guess we can go into for Kratos is do we think that by the ending of the storyline, Kratos will tell his son everything? Or just be like, yeah, I'm Greek, I'm a god, or half man, half god, and yeah, and by the way, you have a half sister, and yeah, her ashes are stained on my skin. And could we possibly be seeing by the ending of the game the curse being broken, or the curse dying off, so to speak, and those ashes coming off of him and him looking normal? And we'll go with Inspector.
Maybe. Like, I don't know. I can't really predict what the ending is going to be.
Oh yeah, no, it could be entirely different. But do you think that may or may not happen?
Maybe, but maybe the son will die. Maybe Atreus will die.
No shit! Damn, not again.
God, that's savage.
I lost 2 kids.
Just another coat of ashes just spreads all over Kratos. Like, no.
I mean, if the sickness gets worse throughout the game, like, I don't know. But if he doesn't die, he'll probably tell him everything, like about his mother and like about
his
the
sister.
ashes.
Oh, by the way, yeah, his sister. I accidentally killed her. That would just be awful. So I guess.
Wait, I'm like, again, I'm not really like big on the lore of God of War, and I don't really remember God of War 3 that much. So what's the sister?
You're talking about Kratos' daughter?
Yeah, Kratos' daughter.
So if you play God of War 3, like, she was barely mentioned, to be honest. Because I can't even tell you if she was mentioned in God of War 3. They were more predominantly mentioned in God of War 1.
Oh, that's why.
In all reality. And essentially, he was serving under Ares, and one of the oracles, like them raiding, I think he broke out of Ares's, or he was planning to break out of his control, right? And I think Ares sent him on a last mission or something like that to go to this area. And, Kratos started raiding with his army. and the oracle / prophet person who did prophecies was just like, yo, don't go in there, you're gonna cause something really bad to happen, and you're not gonna live this down. And,
I know he killed his wife.
Yeah, he kills his wife and daughter, and then she puts the curse on him.
I just remember that. I just remember that he killed his wife. I didn't remember that he killed his daughter.
Oh yeah, both at the same time.
Because I know at the end of God of War 3, at the hallucination, when he was walking through the blank, black,
stuff
thing, he sees his dead wife. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the really wonky part of God of War 3.
Yeah, that ending was really weird in God of War 3.
Yeah, because Corey didn't work on God of War 3. He only worked on God of War 2, which was the best written God of War game. And he's doing God of War 4, or God of War, whatever we're calling it now.
God of 4.
God of 4.
Yeah.
So, okay. No. So, Marvel DC fan, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to go along the lines of that? Him telling his son everything, and maybe in the game the curse being broken and the ashes, coming off of the skin, or you think he's going to be forever stained?
I mean, for me, I'm kind of on the same boat as Inspector, where I'm like, it could maybe happen. I'm not too keen about the ashes coming off because that's, I think that's it's a part of Kratos' image, and with him without it, it doesn't feel like Kratos anymore.
So you don't want him to be, happy. You just want him to be miserable for the rest of his life.
Yes, but
wow.
Anyway.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Savage.
Kratos will never be happy.
He's like Batman. He'll never be happy.
No.
Dude, I'll be honest though. Who has it worse, Batman or Kratos? I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure Kratos has it worse than Batman.
I say Kratos.
I mean, Batman's parents are dead. He likes reminding you about that.
No, they're dead.
My parents are dead.
Batman's parents, Jason Todd, Barbara's legs.
They're all dead. But Batman be like, at least I didn't kill anybody on accident that I loved.
Yeah. It's not indirect though. I mean, yeah, he could tell his son everything by the end of the game, or if they wanted to make another game afterwards, they could do a Last of Us kind of thing where it's just cliffhanger ending, and then you see that in the next game. But I'm not sure what they're gonna do for it. So I mean, we'll wait to see what happens.
Yep. Do we see? This will be the last one. Do we see a possible DLC or expansion for God of War? God of War has never done a story or DLC expansion in the whole entire series, but we've seen games doing that now. Uncharted has been the first one to do so. Uncharted never had story DLC. They've always had multiplayer DLC since Uncharted 2. And we're seeing more games do that. Is God of War going to probably take the same route, or they're not going to do that?
Do you mind if I go first?
Yeah. You can go, Todd.
Okay, I think it's going to be a yes. Because, God of War is the pinnacle of PlayStation. Or Sony, I should say. And they've legit, this is one of their forefront games of 2018. So, and if Uncharted did a big thing, why can't, God of War do the same thing and, cynically basically get many people interested into the story extension pack, like how Uncharted The Lost Legacy was, and basically it'll be I don't know. I think it might be a separation. It might be like how Batman Arkham Knight was, in terms of You know how they just did the story extension pack and it was within the game? They might do that, but I don't know. I mean, my honest thought, it might be a separate thing. That's the way Sony might think, and just say, guys, could you make it a separate game? A separate disc, but it links up to the original game, and I think it would sell. In terms of the way they handle things. But yeah. What do you think, Inspector?
I think it's 50-50. Like I think that maybe to get people more interested, they might do a pack, like an expansion pack, but like they probably won't announce it right away. They'll probably announce it like what Uncharted Lost Legacy was, where it's like they just announced it at PSX, and like it would come out like a year later. But I think most likely it probably won't get an expansion pack, because unlike Uncharted 4, it was a prequel. Like I think you've like already told all you can tell with God of War before this point, so I don't think you need an expansion pack to like just to bridge the gap. But I don't know.
Okay, Marvel DC fan?
I mean, it's possible, I would say, but for me, I think that's more of a Naughty Dog thing rather than, PlayStation and them doing that. So, if they do it, then that's cool. But I mean, I don't know what kind of story they would put in the expansion. I don't know if we really need anything to kind of bridge the gap between games. So, I mean, yeah, for me, it's 50-50 also.
Okay. Richard?
Oh, yeah. So for me, if I were to, decide whether or not God of War will get a deal, it would more along the lines of being of DLC, yes. Because for me, what I think it's going to be like, it's kind of going to be like a connective tissue of sorts. And I'm looking along the lines of like The Last of Us, right? And we had Left Behind, where we had in present day Ellie, helping Joel when Joel was injured.
Yeah.
And we have flashbacks. Could they do something along the lines of that? Like maybe Atreus, we get his character, and then we get flashbacks of him, or more along the lines of flashbacks of Kratos, and Kratos is doing something like that. We could possibly see the transition when he's going from, Greece to Norse, Norse, that Viking area, so to speak.
But do you think that you think it won't be like how the Lost Legacy was, how it was separate thing?
I don't think it's going to be like a separate thing. It's going to be more along the lines of like something like kind of connected tissue of sorts.
Oh, so it'll be like within the game, like Arkham Knight was.
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that being a case. So what is next?
All right, so I guess we're gonna go along the lines of now guessing when games are gonna come out in order for PlayStation, for their first party studios and Insomniac. So I'll go first, and I won't give really a specific date or really more of a specific time frame. So I think Detroit Become Human, we've seen the most out of that game, and after God of War gets, finally releases, that game will start ramping up in ads and promotions, and you'll see that GameStop and all of that jazz, right? I think that game will come out along the lines of June or July. I totally see that happening. And then I think Spider-Man's going to be the next one. And I think Spider-Man will hold its own against the likes of, Call of Duty and, Battlefield and all of that. Spider-Man's a big household name, and I think that everyone's very excited for the game. And I think that's the only way that, because if you put Spider-Man in June or July and Detroit along the lines of like September and October, I think it's not going to sell well. And I think the games that need to sell well are the games that have to be around the summertime, which is Detroit Become Human. I think Days Gone is going to get the really short end of the stick because that game has to come out this year. It cannot come out next year when The Last of Us 2 is coming out. That's just bad marketing in general. You're gonna have two types of games. Granted, they're not going to be similar, but they have similar environments to them. And the consumer's going to be like, wait, are they both like connected with one another? You'll have those type of people. Those are the casuals. They're not going to know whether or not, these games aren't related. They're just going to be like, they might be related, And that's where the ad problem will happen. And I think having Days Gone come out in 2018 is the best bet. Now, saying that, it's going to be hard for them to make or sell a lot of copies when it's going to be coming out in November or December with all those games coming out. And this is where I'm going to feel bad for the Sony Bend Studio, is that this game's not going to sell well because of the time placement of this game. And this is going to happen even with 2019. So I wish this game somehow was finished earlier than that and come out like in February or something, but that's not being realistic. So I don't want to say Days Gone is done, but it might well be. So, Inspector, what do you think about what Sony's placements are going to be in order and all of that?
It's hard. I think Detroit will probably come out in the summer, around July. I think Spider-Man will probably come out in September. Because before all the movie tie-in games, like September was the usual release date for a Spider-Man game. Like Web of Shadows came out in September. Shadow Dimensions came out in September. So like the first week of September, first or second week of September. And I think Days Gone, I think you're right that it's like it would be smart of them to come out with it this year, but like you can't predict delays, so it might get delayed till next year. But like if it would come out this year, I would say like don't put it in November because it's just gonna get buried between all the other big games that come out in November. So put it like right in the middle of October, like right before the big games rush comes, like at the end of October. So just put it put it in like the October 18th, 19th, 20th, somewhere around there. So yeah, those are my predictions.
All right. What about you, Marvel DC fan?
I mean, honestly, I think it's pretty much the same as you guys. Like, Days Gone will be around June. Spider-Man will be.
Wait, Days Gone or
Detroit.
Wait, Days Gone
No, wait,
or
Detroit.
Okay, I was gonna say, man.
Detroit. Yeah, Detroit, June. Spider-Man probably, yeah, like maybe early September, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then Days Gone around, yeah, about like October, either early or late. So, yeah, it's pretty much the same what you guys just said. So, yeah.
All right, what about you, Talavia?
Me, it's a hard thing because you have Detroit, which is finished. Like we've seen the gameplay to it now, and we've also got Spider-Man PS4, but we don't have a release date.
Just because we've seen gameplay doesn't mean it's finished. They're still working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're still working on it. Okay, so
they're still working on it. They haven't gotten gold yet.
I'm guessing. I don't quote me on this, but I'm guessing Detroit would probably get a September release date. Sue me for saying that, and I would say July would be a Spider-Man PS.
So you're just switching the dates.
Yeah, just switching. Yeah, I would switch it because the reason behind that is because summertime is going to be jam-packed with, Marvel movies, right? And I know straight after that would be a really good time for Marvel to push out, a video game. And I mean, DC have done that themselves, and they've done that with the likes of what's that game? Arkham Asylum, which that came out in 2009, but they came out in August, and then the year before was July release for Dark Knight. So I can actually see that being a similar case with Spider-Man because he's the second most popular character in terms of superhero genre games, and I think that for them to do that would be a safe bet, and for Detroit it'd be even better thing for them because then they don't need to compete alongside Call of Duty because COD comes out November, right? And FIFA comes out, September, end of September, October time. So I would have Detroit become human beginning of September. It doesn't have to compete with the big games, and I'm sure it'll stand on its own merit for what it has. And I think those are the only two games, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Days Gone.
Days Gone, yeah.
And Days Gone, I would say probably the end of the year, probably Halloween time, because it's a Halloween type of game, which would make sense.
Okay.
That's me though. Just saying.
I got you. So we're gonna go real quick now into Game Pass. So Microsoft has now they have told consumers now that guess what? For $10 a month, you'll get Microsoft's exclusives day one on their pass. Games as a service, so to speak. So that being said,
yeah, going.
Hello? It's not on my end. I'm hearing from somebody else, though.
Okay. Go on.
Anyways, so what are my thoughts on this, right? My thoughts on Games Pass or Microsoft's Games as a Service. Is it good for the consumers? Yes, it's great for the consumers. You get to pay $10 a month and get Microsoft's exclusive, like Sea of Thieves, March, whenever that comes out, and you pay $10 a month, you get to play Sea of Thieves. And, once you're done with the game and you want to cancel, you can get to cancel. You want to play Halo 6, pay $10 a month, and cancel it after it's done. So, rinse and repeat. I think it's great for consumers. I'm a little bit worried as to how this model will succeed. Now people will always tell me, well, look at Netflix. People said the same thing about Netflix. And I was like, okay, you make a point about that. But the thing is, like, Netflix, what it had going on with it was it had the rental service with the DVDs at that time, right? It was kind of like the blockbuster killer because they didn't really go yet into the streaming service. They were basically Blockbuster, and they gave you the DVDs for the movies, and you got to grab it. Not many people use that anymore, but some people do. And then they got to build that foundation and then make that streaming service available to everyone. I don't know how this is going to work because Microsoft doesn't have that big market share like they used to. I think it would have worked better when it was the 360 generation and once they had that huge mass appeal. But it seems like Microsoft's confident in them getting those users up, but I just don't know how they're going to make money off of that. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Talata? You're a Xbox gamer. What do you think about Game Pass? And
bad
you
idea.
Have to
straight off the bat, bad idea. It was from the bad idea from the get-go because you're paying $10 or £10 a month for Game Pass, right? So you can choose between games. But the problem is they're not very decent games. You have to wait at least 2-3 months before the big AAA games are. They're like Injustice Gods Among Us is now on the PlayStation, not PlayStation, Xbox Pass thing, and I saw this and I was like, I could have paid less than that to really get that, and I did. I paid less than what I would get on the Xbox Pass. So I think it's a ripoff. I know it's like consumer wise, it's not a good move by Microsoft. Not a good move, and I think they should really focus on getting, first party developers to come in and we're focused on the Xbox One games and not the old games, if you know what I mean. And because if this would have worked out if it was the last generation, like I agree with you on that. I totally agree with you. I just don't think that it's ready right. I don't think the Battle Pass, not the Battle Pass, sorry, the Game Pass is ready for the Xbox One. Maybe like in the next generation console, maybe, depending on what games they would use on the Game Pass. Because you have like the exclusive like Sea of Thieves. You also got the games like Cuphead and yeah, I know Cuphead was a thing, but you also got PUBG as well, which is currently exclusive to Xbox One. So if this was on like the next generation up, I think it would have made more sense for them to do that than not on this gen console at all. Wrong decision, and I think they're losing customers by putting this out, pushing people away from actually, saying, "Oh yeah, come and get this. You'll get this game," but you're getting ripped off. So, yeah, Marvel DC fan, what do you think and your thoughts?
I mean, I think honestly it's an interesting idea, and I think it could actually work out. Would you rather want to pay, $70 for a game, or just pay like the $10 to play it for, however long you want it? And the great thing about it is that you can cancel at any time, so you're not stuck with a huge plan or anything. So
even though you cancel it though, but here's the thing: if you cancel it, you can't keep the games.
Yeah, true. But I'm all for it at the end of the day. So
okay, Inspector.
I think it's an interesting idea. It's just that I don't think it's the right thing for Microsoft to do right now. I think, as you said, that I think to get more people in, they shouldn't be marketing multi-platform games. They should be getting exclusives. But the problem is that that Microsoft is so like I'm forgetting the word right now.
So focus.
So oversaturated with their exclusives because all their exclusives are the same, and people are asking for different exclusives, different ideas. Is that like say a new Gears of War comes out and they put it on GamePass, it's like I don't want to pay like $10 or $11 a month to play. It's basically like you pay this fee, then you get like a free trial for a game, but like it's the full game and not a demo. But the thing is, like as you said, after you cancel the subscription, you lose the game. So like, what's the
What's the point? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so
like but what I'm saying is though, at the end of the day, Xbox is losing out customers.
yeah,
A lot
like
of customers.
they've been losing customers ever since the Xbox One launched. But
what can we do? I mean, there's no exclusives. I mean, Gears died within 3 days. Gears of War 4. That is one game that died out in 3 days. So for them to do it as a Game Pass, it's not gonna appeal fans. I'll tell you that now. Probably new players, but for me, it's a no-no. So Red Hood, what's next?
All right, so we got the next topic, and that is, guess what? Anthem. Anthem has been delayed. So this game was supposed to come out 2018, and now it's coming out in early 2019. And so these are probably, we'll look at this article real quick.
I have to check this.
So BioWare is reportedly focusing the majority of its team from both its Edmonton and Austin studios into its upcoming game, Anthem, an online open-world multiplayer action RPG announced at E3 2017. According to a report from Kotaku, sources close to Anthem placed its release date closer to early 2019, citing the fall 2018 release window as unrealistic. Pressure to launch before the end of EA's 2019 fiscal year makes a delay beyond March 2019 less likely, sources told Kotaku. IGN has reached out to EA for further comment. Over half a dozen people close to Anthem spoke to Kotaku about the pressure surrounding the project, which has allegedly been in development since 2012. According to Kotaku sources, recent industry controversies, notably the backlash from Star Wars Battlefront 2's loot box progression system and the Bungie's overhaul of its 2018 plans to address negative feedback from the Destiny 2 community, has placed pressure squarely on the Anthem team to produce something great. But despite the team's anxieties generated in part from BioWare's own recent controversies, including Mass Effect Andromeda and the often toxic community backlash, there's optimism too. So it seems like EA does not want them to release after Q1 of 2019, which, EA is EA. I think that's kind of a retarded move on EA's part, which this is kind of why I don't like EA as a publisher, is their demands are too ludicrous. And we will probably get the best version that could have been made. It seems like also it is on them right now. Anthem is like this game that everyone wants Destiny should have been. They want that type of game. They want a game that has a good storyline, that is a online multiplayer game that you can play with your friends and have fun with events and not, punishing you for trying to enjoy the game like Destiny. And I think, hey, from hearing about them hiring their old writer back, and he worked on projects like, Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect 1 and 2, and writing several of the Star Wars books with Darth Revan, which were the best ones. I think BioWare is very cautious, and hopefully they're just like trying to tell EA, like, listen, EA, you can't do this, because if you do this shit, no one wants to buy our game. And they were just like, ooh, well, you can try and fix everything up, but you only got until March. think is unreal.
Okay.
But what do you guys think about that?
Do you mind if I go first?
Sure.
Because I want to get my opinion on this. Firstly, it sucks that it's been delayed till 2019. It really does. Because, I was hoping to get this game at the end of this year. I really was. I was looking forward to it. Because it was a very interesting game, intriguing game that I really wanted to get. Say, hey, look, you know what? I want to get this game. I want to play this game with friends and get people involved in this. But it sucks that it's been pushed back. And you know what EA is? EA is just EA. They're like, all right, consumers, because of the backlash we got, we'll push back one of the best games of 2018. We'll put it into 2019. You won't get the best version of it. You'll get the least best version of it. And to be honest with you, I think EA should just go do one. Because at the end of the day, EA might think, oh, we are the it of the publishing franchise, but you're making a game which is good, turning it into the least favorite. They're gonna make it into what's that game? Not Call of Duty, Gears 4. They're gonna make it like Gears 4, and it's gonna be like, I'm like, no, I don't want that. So I just hope we get the good version, a decent version, so we can play, and I hope the community will just accept that and grow on this and put it strength to strength. And I just hope it gets a really good release date, maybe January or February time of 2019. But Inspector, what do you think and your thoughts on Anthem release date and EA and all of that?
I'm not really surprised, to be honest. Like, they're saying how big this game is for BioWare. The problem is with BioWare is that they try to make their games they make their games too big, and that's why they never meet their release dates. That's what happened with Mass Effect Andromeda, and I don't know if their other games had delays. I think Mass Effect 3 had a delay, but yeah, I think that's the problem. I'm not gonna be getting Anthem just because it didn't really connect with me that much. So I'm not disappointed. It's delays happen. People just have to get over it.
What do you think about EA putting the mandate on? Hey, because you're delaying your game, it can't go above Q1.
Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid. If you're delaying a game, delay it as much as you can to make the best game. Don't delay it and then put another criteria on the delay. When was it supposed to come out? Fall?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out 2018. Yeah.
Fall.
Yeah, yeah, a few months will make it a bit better, but to make the best game, let's say it would come out in November. Putting it out in January probably won't do anything. It's just 2 months. It probably won't do anything. But if it got delayed and it didn't have that criteria, it got delayed until let's say April. It would give them more time to tweak out the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's stupid that EA is putting that criteria on that delay. But it's EA, so you can't really say I'm surprised because it's EA.
What about you, Marvel DC fan?
I mean, I've really got nothing to say about it because I'm not really interested in the game myself. And also, EA's EA, so what can you do about it, right?
All right, so now we're going to get into the movie side of things, and it is about the Oscar nominations. So I want to quickly go into anything that's very notable that I wanted to we should discuss. And I want to quickly say it's very interesting, some of these articles coming out. And I didn't think we would get articles like this about it seems like more of the consumers now kind of trying to be more vocal, I guess, about what things need to be in the Oscars, I guess, which, it's kind of interesting now because no one gave a shit about the Oscars, but it's happening right now. So I guess we're going to go with Best Picture because I guess that's, what we want to kind of talk about. We got Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. So I've only looked at seen like Get Out and Dunkirk, and to me these pictures are just like,
I got a hot take. I don't think Dunkirk deserves to be in there. Sorry, Christopher Nolan fans.
I think Get Out. Like I didn't care for Get Out, to be honest. I don't know.
I don't think Billboard should be up there.
No, that's a big one. Like I haven't seen it, but it's the.
I haven't seen it. I've just seen like clips of it, but I have seen The Darkest Hour. Like legitly, it's a really good film. Like I've seen it, and it's like really, really good. Now I don't know about
the problem with Darkest Hour is that Gary Oldman is going through a controversy right now, so I don't think it's gonna win.
Controversy, as in
sexual allegations.
Dang.
Just like everyone else these days.
Supposedly, I want to say the same thing with I think James Franco happened. The reason why you're not seeing No Disaster Artist is the story came out and they kind of, I guess the board like knew about it already, like when the story broke, and they were like meeting with that, so they were just like no. So even if it's a good film, they're just gonna say no to it.
I mean, Gary Oldman did win an award in the. I think it was. What's the other one? Not the Oscars.
He won a SAG award, I think.
Yeah, he won an award. I know that because I was there. Not there. Sorry, I watched it on the internet, and I was like,
"You were at the awards."
You were there.
No, I wasn't there. I was actually watching it, and I was like, "Dude, yeah, he deserves that award." He played that role really well. Not gonna lie, there. Playing the famous Winston Churchill. Yes, us British guys know famous guy Winston Churchill.
Yeah, he's a very he's very famous even in America. Like we read about him in our history books.
Yeah, so he's very famous. So for him to portray that act of Winston Churchill, I think, I don't know if you get the award, but in my eyes, it's a historic. I mean, between that and Dunkirk, it's a mixture. Just for me, it's a mixture because they're both historic movies. So historical movies, I should say. So it's a mixture for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's Shape of Water. I haven't seen it. I heard great things about it. Dunkirk, hey, I'm a Nolan fan, but I like Dunkirk, but to the point where it's Best Picture, no. Hey, guys, I'm not a fanboy. I'm a fan. I am a fan. So,
yeah, fan.
What you don't get, Red Hood, is that every Christopher Nolan movie is a masterpiece.
Hey, man,
there's nothing wrong with any of his movies.
Hey.
I'm kidding. I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan.
See me, I liked it, but not to the point where I thought it was like my favorite movie.
Yeah,
nor it was in my top 3.
It's it's a historic movie. It's not like The Dark Knight. It's not like Inception. It's like a historic.
Well, like okay, but my thing is, I liked Mel Gibson's movie for
Hacksaw Ridge.
I love that movie.
Oh, that was a great movie. I love that movie.
My thing is, I thought it was better than Dunkirk. Hey guys, I'm still like Dunkirk, but
it just depends. I mean,
how it is.
Yeah, it depends. It just depends on how they're gonna play it at the Oscars, because the BAFTAs are come and gone, hasn't it?
I don't know. Like, well, we don't pay. Again, we're not from the UK, so we don't pay attention to the awards.
Yep.
Claudia.
Movie. I mean movies.
I know, but like the BAFTAs are a UK thing,
Yeah.
so we don't pay attention.
Okay, so I think that's might be a while out, but yeah, in terms of the Oscars and everything, I don't know. I hope an action movie wins though. I'm just surprised Wonder Woman's not up there in an award.
I guess we'll get into it later. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll talk about that when she gets to me.
Okay.
I have some.
I got some things to say too, but hey, lead actor is something I disagree with some, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Timothy Chalamet, Call Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya or whatever, Get Out. I didn't care for his performance. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it was decent. There's several people I would love to. I'll keep going. We'll go Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel.
No, Denzel. I think Denzel is just there because he's Denzel, not because he deserves it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I guess I'll go into Denzel. Yeah, I've seen that movie, and yeah, I thought his performance was good, not to the point of an Oscar nomination. And Daniel Kaluuya, the same thing. Now, for lead actor, I would have liked to seen Hugh Jackman in there and Andy Serkis in there. But guess what? Andy Serkis has a stigma because of a motion capture.
So it's motion capture.
So that doesn't count for some reason.
So
it doesn't make sense. And he'll never get a nomination, which is annoying. But yeah, those are two I would have put up there. Yeah, those are the two I would have put there. And I forgot to say Best Picture. I would have put Blade Runner in there as well.
Oh yeah,
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have put that there instead of Get Out. And then if Dunkirk wasn't there and I wanted to switch Dunkirk, it would have been.
It would have been something else.
It would have been War. The lead actor. Yeah, lead actors. I told you I would have switched out for those two. Hugh Jackman and Andy Serkis. And lead actresses, Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Margot Robbie, I, Tonya. I heard some things. I never seen the film. I can't say anything about it. And then Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird,
Saoirse Ronan. Yeah.
Meryl Streep, The Post. The Post. I'm not going to see The Post.
I've heard mixed things from audiences.
So, yes, mixed reviews.
Yeah, Shape of Water. I still haven't seen it. I want to see it. Yeah, I can't really say about anything about lead actress because movies I've seen, I haven't really had a standout actress where I'm like, oh, you need to be on the Oscars. That's just me though. I don't know about you guys. William Dafoe for supporting actor, The Florida Project. I didn't even know he was in that movie. Woody Harrelson, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water. Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World. Sam Rockwell, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Now, I'm going to have to talk about Christopher Plummer. All the Money in the World. I think there was a reason why he was put on here. I don't want to say, I'm going to say right here.
Because he was in the reshoots and he replaced Kevin Spacey.
Yep, exactly. That was it. His performance to me just wasn't anything to.
I thought he was the best part of the movie. I thought all the other performances weren't that good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Michelle Williams. I get I get why she was acting that way. It's just that she just seems so weak and so not weak. I shouldn't say that, but she was so one note throughout the movie. Same thing with Mark Wahlberg. I think Christopher Plummer was the only one with range in that movie, even though he was just a dick throughout the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he was definitely the best performance in that movie, and even though he was only in it for like 15 minutes, he kind of held it together. Yeah. So I think Plummer does deserve to be in there, but I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but like I would have liked to see Chris Pine in there, but I understand why Chris Pine isn't in there. But I think it's the same thing with Andy Serkis. Whoever played Bad Ape in War for the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Yeah, Zahn, whatever his first name is. I forgot his first name. But yeah, he was great. I think, but it's kind of the same thing with Andy Serkis, where it's like it's a motion capture, so he's not really acting. It's like whatever. I don't care.
I would say I would have loved to see. I was talking to several people about this. I would have loved to see Patrick Stewart in supporting actor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He deserves that.
Like his performance was like incredible. Just compared to like all the stuff he's done. And no, I'm not talking about X-Men. I'm talking about other stuff like Star Trek and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the highest point. As him and an actor, he's done like I believe he's done Broadway, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
So
he's done Broadway and the West End. Yeah.
And I think he did a really good job portraying some of Alzheimer's and all that. But because the stigma for superhero movies, you can't have them there. So.
But here's the thing: Logan got nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Yep.
So
that's the only thing. That and if you'll be CGI for superhero movies, those are like really the only thing.
Yeah, they get the technical awards, like sound mixing, VFX,
or none with actors either. None.
Yeah, they just get all the technical nominations.
Yeah, just sad.
So we'll go supporting actress, Mary J. Blige, Mudbound, never seen it. Alison Janney, I, Tonya, never seen it. Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread, never seen it. Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water. So, I don't know if you guys care about that. Like, I can't tell.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing. I haven't seen any of those movies.
Yeah,
I want to see The Shape of Water though.
No, I do too.
Yeah, The Shape of Water, like. It's not my type of movie, but like, it's just Guillermo del Toro doing Guillermo del Toro stuff.
No, dude, he does some weird shit, but hey, it's good. It's just freaking.
I liked Pan's Labyrinth, so.
All right, we'll go with.
It was fine.
We'll go with director now. Here we go. This is Anyways, Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan. Get Out, Jordan Peele. Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig. Phantom Thread, Paul Thomas Anderson, and The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro. Dunkirk, yet again. I keep saying this. Hey, I like the film, but not to the point where I thought this film deserved recognition it was getting. It's something else, to say the least.
You just offended every subscriber that liked Christopher Nolan.
Listen, dude, I got a bunch of Christopher Nolan movies over here. I have Inception like on my desk right now. Like, what the fuck?
I've got what's it called, the Dark Knight trilogy. So
same. But the fanboys, the extremists, are going to be the ones out to get me for saying something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because as I said, all of his movies are masterpieces. There's nothing wrong with them.
You see, what he's done is, like, if you don't mind me butting in, is the fact
They're
that
so deep.
It's so deep and it's so to the point where it's historical. So he's gone from making an action-packed movie into a historic movie, even though it was a great movie at the time. And now we see these other movies coming, we've come out. I think War of the Planet of the Apes deserves Best Director, or even Logan, to be fairly honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would have loved to seen. I always pronounce his name wrong. I'm gonna quickly look it up so I don't.
What did he direct?
Give me a second. He done. One sec. Oh wow, they still show that.
Oh, Kumail Nanjiani.
No. Dennis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve. He's done, Sicario. He's done Arrival. He's done other
Blade Runner.
I would have loved to seen him on this because the way the movies were shot, the way the editing, the dude went above and beyond for that movie, and I wish the movie got more recognition. It
just sucks.
It's sad. It's sad, and I don't know how Dunkirk just trumps fucking Blade Runner. I'm just like I'm thinking in my head like, what?
Oh god.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, before I forget, Steve Zahn for Bad Ape.
Steve Zahn, yeah, that's his name. Yeah. Steve Zahn. I know it's Zahn. Something Zahn.
So, what do you guys think?
What about which one?
For what?
For director?
Yeah.
Yet again, I still didn't think that was up there. It should.
Yeah. To me, like, I think all these the problem with the Oscars is that they're always super safe. Like the Academy always picks like really safe picks. Like all these picks, like Christopher Nolan always gets nominated but never wins. Greta Gerwig, she's I don't want to say something like I don't know her. And I think this is her first movie, that she's directed. I think she's a writer. I think this is her first movie that she's directed. Guillermo del Toro is always a big favorite for the Oscars. Paul Thomas Anderson, he also did Inherent Vice, which I didn't like. I thought that was like a complete mess of a movie, Inherent Vice. He's done a few other movies, but he likes doing period pieces, and those are like big favorites for Oscars. Like if you do a period piece, it's pretty much Oscar bait. If it's a period piece, if it's a biopic, or like an historical movie, it's pretty much locked for an Oscar if it's by a big director. Except if it's Guillermo del Toro and it's a bunch of weird shit. Like to me, I would have liked to see Matt Reeves for Best Director. I would have liked to see Patty Jenkins, even though like I understand why she's not there. I would have liked to see James Mangold, even though I understand why he's not there. I'm surprised Steven Spielberg isn't on there because of The Post. But yeah, those are my opinions on Best Director.
Spielberg is doing a bunch of movies, just like Ridley Scott.
I know, but he's usually
wait till
he's
next
usually
year.
A big favorite. He's usually a big favorite for the Oscars.
Dude,
yeah, because Schindler's List won Best Picture. And I think Saving Private Ryan was supposed to win Best Picture because it was a favorite, but then it lost to Shakespeare in Love, and that was like a big like controversy, I guess. Like a lot of people say Saving Private Ryan should have won that year. So they gave it to Shakespeare in Love.
Okay. So, Marvel DC fan, your thoughts and opinions on the director?
I think.
I mean, the only one that I don't mind is on there is Del Toro, but I mean, because I really like Del Toro's movies, but I mean, I would have liked to see, Patty Jenkins or James Mangold or something like that, but I mean, it didn't happen, and I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon for, years to come, because they might continue to, keep playing it safe. So, I mean, maybe someday, but for right now, in the near future, it's just safe, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But that's
All right.
it.
We'll go to the next category, which we're probably not going to talk much about. The Boss Baby, Tom McGrath, Ramsey, and Nato. Okay, I want to quickly talk about this. Why?
Why is the Boss Baby in Best Animated Feature? Why?
I'm just confused. That
Yeah.
movie wasn't that good. Like
No.
Again, like Lego Batman.
Yeah.
They had so many other categories they could have chosen, films they could have chosen. But what do we see?
Boss
Baby.
Baby.
The Boss Baby.
God damn.
I didn't know that movie was amazing.
No, that movie sucked.
Huh?
I'm surprised they put it on there because it's Alec Baldwin, even though
Just because of a big name like Alec Baldwin is like
no. Here's the thing, because the baby looks like Kevin Spacey, but he's voiced by Alec Baldwin.
wow, and the guy who does the narration is Tobey Maguire. Which is
Yeah, you're right. He is in there.
I guess we'll quickly kind of finish this list real quick. The breadwinner, Nora, Tommy, Anthony, Leo, Coco, Lee, Uncritch, Jarla, Kay Anderson. I've seen Coco. I actually liked the movie. I wasn't surprised I was going to be there. I thought it was great. Pixar just makes good films. I can't tell you like a bad film besides Cars. Cars is just horrendous. I don't know what the fuck happened with Pixar there. It's just like maybe they were like high.
they need to go back.
Cars, boys.
Hold on, they need to go back to the storyboard and use Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah. So no, it's like Pixar has a little bit like bad movies, but not to that point where it's like, oh shit.
They need to bring back. They need to bring back Toy Story, and the story.
I heard they're doing Toy Story 4.
And they're doing Incredibles 2 this year. So.
That comes next year.
No, this year, right?
This year.
No.
This year.
This year?
Okay. This year, boy.
Yeah. This year, and Wreck-It Ralph is coming out too.
Hold on. Yeah. So that's this year, and Lion King comes out next year. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but in the animated category, if I can say anything, I mean, Coco, I've heard really good things about. I still haven't seen it yet, but I've heard all the praises that it got, and there was another movie on that category that I really want to see. Is The Breadwinner. That's just me. So, but besides that, I got nothing else to say.
I would have to agree with Marvel DC fan on that. I'm in the same boat there.
Mm-hmm.
Inspector.
All right.
Oh, what are we talking about?
The animation.
Yeah, I think Coco is gonna win it.
Okay.
But I haven't even heard The Breadwinner, so I have no opinion on it. But I don't know why the Boss Baby's in there. I don't know why Lego Batman isn't in there. Like it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Red Hood, next category.
Okay. So we have now animated short. Dear Basketball Garden Party, Low Negative Space, Revolting Rhymes. None of the movies. No movies.
I got nothing.
Because now Kobe Bryant, he's an Oscar-nominated.
Oh yeah, Kobe Bryant.
Animated short.
Oh shit, I just seen
Kobe
that.
Bryant.
What? Oh my gosh.
I've
that movie's definitely
Bryant
winning.
your basketball.
I've got nothing on that, so
That's totally winning, I think.
I got nothing.
Okay. So now we're going to adapted screenplay. So Call Me by Your Name, James Ivory. The Disaster Artist got Nurstar G and Michael H. Weber. Logan, Scott Frank, and James Mangold. and Michael Green, Ollie's Game, Aaron Sokin, Mudbound, Virgil Williams, and D. Reyes. So, I want to quickly say Logan got the nomination. I'm happy for it. Now, that being said, do I want it to win? Yes. Do I think it should win? Yes. Is it going to win? No. It's not going to win. The Oscars don't give fucks about the superhero genre. And if you took out the superhero element out of Logan, it would totally get it. Right?
Yes.
It's just that stigma. I don't know. And, they make fun of superhero movies and all that. When you get like that deep emotional film for Logan and the writing was fantastic, they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, a superhero movie, don't give a fuck. I really wish people wouldn't have that mindset, but people do.
Yep. What can I say? I mean, do you mind if I say my piece?
Sure.
So I really hope Logan wins because that story is powerful. Because, in a sense, forget about the superhero side of things. Just having an old man having a seizure. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
That powerful, right? Like old man having a seizure in the middle of the day. Now, if that was in a normal reality thing, and I think that story should, the guys who wrote that deserves to win it. It's because I watched Logan, I enjoyed it, and I could relate to it. So, in terms of what Professor X was going through, because I won't go into it, but you guys know what I'm on about. But I really think Logan deserves it in terms of the way they handle the story and the writing and everything just totally made sense. So that's my thoughts on that. Inspector, I'll hand it over to you. And what do you think in your thoughts?
I am happy that Logan is getting nominated. Again, like I probably have to rewatch it, but I liked Logan a lot, but I didn't love it as much as other people did. I think it still deserves the nomination. I don't think it's gonna win. I think Call Me by Your Name might win.
Okay.
Because that's a very popular
movie.
Yeah, it's a big choice. It's one of the favorites for the Academy. I would have liked to see Wonder Woman on there, even though I understand why it's not on there because it's not really an adaptation of one story. It's like Logan. It's an adaptation of many different versions of Wonder Woman, more specifically the George Perez Wonder Woman. But it's a mixture between a lot of stuff, so I understand why it's not in Best Adapted Screenplay. But yeah, would it be cool if Logan would win? Yes, but as you said, it's the stigma for superhero movies that I don't think that's working against it. So I think it's not going to win.
Okay, Marvel DC fan, your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm really happy that Logan got nominated for something, at least. And as much as I want it to win, I'm pretty sure it isn't, which is really sad because it's pretty much like earlier we were talking about, it's sad that the Oscars and how they want to keep it safe. It's hard for that kind of hurts us a little bit when it comes to comic book movies. I wanted to see Wonder Woman on there too, but it's that stigma that kind of it ruins it for all of us. So I just love Logan. I want something for it, but I know it's not gonna get it. So, yeah.
Well, all right, so now we have that out of the way. Original screenplay. The Big Sick, Emily V. Gordon, and Kumail Nanjiani. Get Out, Jordan Peele. Yet again, don't know why. Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig. The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro, Vanessa Taylor. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Martin McDonough. I would have loved Blade Runner to be there because I had a good screenplay. I don't know about Get Out because it had a decent screenplay. Nothing that was like, oh my gosh, screenplay is amazing.
But here's the thing with Blade Runner. Since technically Blade Runner, even though it's a sequel, it's still adapted from the Philip K. Dick stuff. So wouldn't technically be an adapted screenplay, even though it's an original sequel?
I guess that's the argument, right? Like,
yeah,
would that be it? But like, I think it's like more like the standalone-esque. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe they don't agree with that. Me, it's like that's where you get into the murky territory. Like you can't really know whether or not like it should be there, right? But for me, it stood out to that point where it's its own separate thing. But anybody else, anyone that wants to say like the original screenplay, like
No.
I got nothing.
Now, cinematography. You know what? I'm not going to say the first one. I'll leave that for last. The Shape of Water, Dan Lustin. Mudbound, Rachel Morrison. Dunkirk, Hoyt van Hoytema. Dunkirk had some nice cinematography, but I swear, if it wins this category, I will riot. Anyways, Darkest Hour, Bruno Delbonnel. And then here we go. My winner right here. Blade Runner 2049, Roger Deakins.
Yeah, I agree with that. Even though I haven't seen Blade Runner,
the fucking shots are gorgeous.
Just from the shots I've seen from like pics and gifs, it's beautiful.
It's crazy good. Like I swear, if Dunkirk wins this, oh my!
You'd be like, oh my god!
I just don't understand how Dunkirk would win.
No, I don't think
if they do, then there's a big bias. I swear. There's a big bias because
it's gonna be like because Christopher Nolan has never won an Oscar. It's gonna be like that DiCaprio stigma, where it's like he finally won an Oscar, but for the role that probably didn't deserve it.
Yep, it might happen like that.
He won it for The Revenant, which was like I guess a good performance. I didn't see The Revenant, but like. A lot of people said like other actors gave better performances than Leo, but Leo, that was his first Oscar win, so people were happy.
I don't know. What else do you guys think? Who do you guys think should win cinematography? We already know mine and Inspectors. You're Claudia.
I shouldn't go to Dunkirk. Firstly, that's my first thing. Should go to somebody else who deserves it. Maybe Blade Runner. The shots for that were great in terms of the cinematography. So I think Blade Runner 2049. That's my thoughts. What about you, though, Marvel DC fan?
I mean, I would want it to go to Blade Runner. No Dunkirk for anything. So. Okay.
Next category.
All right. Best documentary feature. Have a Kiss, Small Enough to Jail, Steve James, Mark Midden, Julie Goldman, Faces Places. Screwed. I just can't do documentaries. Let's just get out of it.
Yeah, let's skip the documentary.
Actually, say one thing. There was one documentary that I saw not too long ago on Netflix. Well, I mean, they're
You're
not
talking
going to
about
put it
the
on there.
murder one?
No. Jim and Andy. I don't know if any of you saw that, but yeah, that's a really good documentary, and I recommend everybody see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going to film editing because these are stuff we know. Film editing. We got Baby Driver, Jonathan Amos, Paul Mackless. Then you got Dunkirk, Lee Smith, I, Tonya, Tatina S. Regal, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. Film editing.
This is a hard one. This is a hard one because
either go to Shape of Water or Baby Driver.
yeah,
I think might.
yeah, it's between one of those. So I would have to agree with you on that. For me, it's a hard. For me,
What
it's
about
hard.
everyone else?
Yeah, like I think Baby Driver is a good choice. Like, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Baby Driver, I thought it was okay. I thought it was. I get what Edgar Wright was trying to do. Like, he was trying to make like a cliche-ridden kind of cliches, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it didn't really connect with me that much. But I think the editing was really cool. Like, it fit with like the fast-paced nature of the movie. So I think it should go to Baby Driver or Shape of Water.
I would agree on going it to Baby Driver.
For me, it's a hard one. So between Baby Driver and the Billboard.
3 Billboards.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. So we have sound editing. Baby Driver, Julia Slanter. Blade Runner 2049, Mark Magini, Theo Green.
You don't need to list off the people. You can just list off the
Dunkirk,
movies.
The Shape of Water, Stars, The Last Jedi. So for me, Dunkirk, no. Stars, Last Jedi, no. Even though I like Stars, Last Jedi, sound editing, like, I didn't go like, oh my gosh, sound editing was amazing.
It was the same Star Wars sounds.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to give it. And Dunkirk, no. I'm gonna give it for Blade Runner, dude. The fucking sounds of that movie is like, oh my gosh, it's like fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Blade Runner also.
Surround sound shit, dude. That shakes the fucking place, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Blade Runner as well.
Yeah, I'm the same boat.
All right, we got.
I think Blade Runner might sweep the technical awards, minus maybe VFX, because I think Apes is gonna give it a run for its money.
Oh yeah.
VFX.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact, like, barely, like, Blade Runner used special effects, though. That's the thing. It's like, he was even saying, the director, like, they were going for a lot of practical effects in that film.
But even then, like, they didn't go to the desert and.
No, they made the desert, though. Like, they made all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll go with sound editing. Baby Driver, Blade Runner, Dunkirk, Shape of Water, Stars. Oh shit! No, sound mixing. Jeez, why? Okay, Oh no, that is the same shit. Okay, I thought I was going crazy there for a minute. Gonna give it for fucking Blade Runner again. Sound is insane. The editing for the sound was insane. So it's like, that to me, it's easy. If Blade Runner doesn't get it again, like, and somehow Dunkirk does, this shit's rigged. What about all you guys?
I agree.
I agree.
All right. Here we go with production design. Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water. I've seen a lot of shit going into Blade Runner. They do the Blu-ray extras. They create all that production design. So it's insane with the amount of shit they did there. For me, it's going for Blade Runner 2049. Dunkirk, no. Shape of Water, maybe. Beauty and the Beast, it's like the production design didn't, like, to me, it's like, I love the movie, right? I like Beauty and the Beast, right? And I think production design's like I felt like a bunch of stuff is like created for it, like CGI ish for me, like background and stuff. But that's me. What about you guys? Which ones are you going thinking?
I think Blade Runner, but also I think probably Shape of Water. I think this is going to be a close category. I think Beauty and the Beast does have a chance. And I think the production design for Beauty and the Beast was really. I thought the production design was really cool.
Yeah.
Just like the castle and all that stuff, because the castle is a model, like it's not CGI.
Okay.
And I think like all those like sets inside the castle, I think those all were sets. Of course, like the furniture. I think the furniture was real, but again, since the furniture was alive, it was CGI. But like the furniture itself, I think was real furniture. I don't think it was CGI furniture.
Okay.
Like CGI corn from Justice League. Whatever that was.
Not comment on that. But
So I think
I agree.
I think it's I think it's close.
I would have to be in the same boat as Inspector, my opinion.
All right. What about you, Marvel DC fan?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So.
Yeah. We're going for original score: Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Okay, I like Star Wars: The Last Jedi, but no, I
score was forgettable. I liked it, but I didn't
think it was Oscar worthy.
No, it's not. It's not Oscar worthy. The Last Jedi is not Oscar worthy. I'll give you 3 reasons why. Because A, it's similar to the Force Awakens, right? B, John Williams. I know he's a good composer and all that, but at the end of the day, it's the same score we've had in the Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So
plus every other Star Wars movie.
Yeah. So he won't. I don't think it'll be the Force Awakens, but it'll be something. It'll be something else.
I think it's going to be Shape of Water. That's my personal pick.
I think it might be Shape of Water, but I think they might be biased to Hans Zimmer just because he's Hans Zimmer and give it to Hans Zimmer for Dunkirk.
I was listening to the Dunkirk on Spotify. Like there wasn't anything like going out there for me. Like,
but you don't get it, Red Hood. He's Hans Zimmer.
I like this Blade Runner soundtrack.
Hold on. He's Hans Zimmer, composer of The Lion King.
Yeah. The Dark Knight trilogy. Every Christopher Nolan movie.
You don't understand. It's true masterpiece, Red Hood.
I guess I don't.
I love how we're just showing our Christopher Nolan fanboyisms.
God damn handling that shit. But like, listen. Like, I don't know. It's like Dunkirk. I'm listening to it right now. It's just like, it's not that good. Like, listen, I'm a Hans Zimmer fan. Okay. Listen. But to that point where no, it's just not gonna happen. Oh, we got original song. Oh shoot. Mighty River, Mystery of Love. Remember Me. I actually like this one. This was from Coco. Stand Up for Something, or This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. This Is Me did not like. It sounded weird.
Yeah,
just
like
in that type of time period. You know what I mean?
Like even in the trailer, like it didn't fit.
Like it felt like it did like different time periods. It just didn't make sense to me. Remember Me though from Coco, that I thought that was good. I think that has a high chance of winning.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think Coco is probably gonna win.
Yeah, I would agree, Coco.
I would agree as well.
Yeah.
Coco.
Like, I'm surprised that there was no songs from Beauty and the Beast, even though I didn't think any of the new songs from Beauty and the Beast were memorable. But usually,
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that a song from Beauty and the Beast isn't in there.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat where I enjoyed the songs from Beauty and the Beast, but they weren't that memorable. So.
All right. Yeah, there's nothing on makeup in here besides Darkest Hour. So we're gonna go with costume design. Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, Victoria and Abdul. I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be between The Shape of Water and Beauty and the Beast.
I would definitely.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I
Here's where I think Wonder Woman was snubbed a nomination. I think it should have been nominated for costume design.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I have to agree with that. My own personal thing. I think it'll be Beauty and the Beast on the nomination list. If it wasn't for if Wonder Woman was on it, I would have voted for Wonder Woman. So.
Yeah, I think it might be Beauty and the Beast or Phantom Thread maybe.
What about you, Marvel DC fan?
I'll go Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. So visual effects. We have Star Wars: The Last Jedi. No Kong Skull Island. No Guardians of the Galaxies.
No.
War for the Planet of the Apes. I think so. Blade Runner, like they didn't really use.
It's between Blade Runner and War.
The thing is, Blade Runner didn't use visual effects. I don't even know what's there really. It barely used it.
So then it'll be War Planet of the Apes then, straight up.
Yeah. I think War deserves it. I don't know why Blade Runner. They used a whole bunch of practical effects.
Yeah, like Apes is kind of like I can't compare it to like what Jungle Book was, where like if like last year Jungle Book won Best Special Effects and it deserved it because pretty much all that movie was CGI except for Mowgli. And it was an amazing looking movie, even though it was all CGI. Like there were some scenes where I'm like, I'm in the jungle for Jungle Book. And like everyone, like Shere Khan was like so menacing and it was like great. So like I think I'm pulling for War for the Planet of the Apes.
Okay. What about everyone else?
I'm in the same boat. War of the Planet of the Apes.
All right. And what about you, more of a DC fan?
War for the Planet of the Apes, but I also, for me personally, I liked Guardians.
All right. I just don't know why Blade Runner's on there. I'm just like puzzled.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's weird because like Mad Max I think won a couple years ago or last year or like a couple years ago for best visual effects. And people thought like it was
effects. I don't get
actually
it.
It's not. A lot of it, like half of it was green screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Mad Max. Like I can tell which scenes were green screen. Like the scenes where you're just looking out in the desert, that's green screen. But like some other scenes blend in so well that you don't notice it. Maybe it's just because of the color grading that like it blends in so well.
Yeah, I have no idea then.
But like so what's next?
Yeah, what's next on the
that's it. That's all.
That's it. So here's what I think. I think these are really safe nominations, just like they were last year. I think I get why Wonder Woman wasn't nominated for the big awards, like Best Picture, Best Director. But I think it should have been at least nominated for like lower tier awards, like makeup and hairstyling. Like I don't get why Wonder is in there when Wonder Woman should be in there.
Which one is this?
Wonder, the only
hair?
Wonder is hair and makeup. Yeah, Wonder Woman should have been in hair and makeup. Wonder Woman, I think, should also got nominated for costume design and probably production design, because I think the production design for Wonder Woman is really good. Because they did shoot on location in Italy, and they did shoot on location, I think, in London for most of it.
Yeah.
Like, of course, all the action scenes were like shot in studio, but like most of it was in London and in Italy. So I think it should have been at least nominated for production design. So
Okay. Is that all the categories that needs to be said in terms of topics, or is there a different topic?
Oh, there's one more after this. I'll give my final say in this stuff. Like, I guess with all the media outcry, I guess, it's interesting they're saying this stuff now, not many years ago. I don't know if it's because it's the thing to do now. We've been saying this many times that the Oscars just do. They just pick whatever is safe. What Inspector's saying, like Blade Runner, it just got all the technical awards, like you said. It got nothing like big. Is it because it's a cyberpunk, futuristic, movie? I think that might be it. I think the Oscars don't care for movies like that, but they have to say, oh, this movie's good though, so we're gonna have to give it a bunch of lower tier Oscars, so to speak, right? Because that's the only thing I have to think about, right? Is Blade Runner had it had a really good director on it, and a good story, and it should have been nominated for Best Picture, but we didn't. You got Get Out, which to me wasn't top tier. And then you got, Best Director, North, which movie for me just wasn't that impactful as well. So, I guess that's like my final say on the Oscars. It's kind of too late for people to now start making noises.
Yeah,
and I wish people started doing this earlier.
Maybe 2-3 months ago, as an example.
No, even years ago, I'll say.
Okay.
Years ago. I don't know why. It's just interesting they just started doing it now.
Things change,
I mean, I guess. I'll ask you guys this question then. Why do you think that now media is making a big outcry now?
Because it's because the media has changed, because now there's the internet. We never had the internet before, right? And now there's the internet, and there's certain things you can look at and you can say, hey, look, some of these things were wrong back in the day and they should be fixed now. And the outcry should be realized, and they should change. The way people are doing it now, they should just change it and listen to these cries and just say, hey, we'll go with what the people say. And it works out at the end of the day, and it's a win-win.
Okay. Inspector, what about you?
What's the question again?
The question was, why is the media now making, or the internet media making the big outcry now about snubs than previous years?
It's like they kind of did it last year. I think it's just par for the course for the Oscars now. It's like, oh, this was snubbed. It's just like personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I hate is it's not much the media, it's much more like the audiences, because this is mainly in terms of Wonder Woman, because people say, oh, Wonder Woman got snubbed, and people are saying, oh, it didn't deserve an Oscar. It's like, stop being a buzzkill. Just because like you might not like the movie doesn't mean other people don't. And like, we're not saying like it's the best movie ever. We're just saying like it would have been nice for like Patty to get recognition, or like
Gal Gadot to get recognized.
Yeah, Gal Gadot to get recognition, or like the costume designers to get recognition. Like,
and plus, this is the first female superhero to be lead on the silver screen.
Yeah.
Well, there's other movies, but
the first. Yeah, no, like we're not counting Supergirl, Marvel DC fan.
We're not counting Supergirl. We're counting the proper modern day era.
Elektra?
We're not counting Elektra either.
Modern day, as in
I
now.
completely forgot about those movies. In all honesty,
Right, early 2000s.
2005.
We're talking about this now, like 2010 to 2018, the modern day era.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine, ass.
Dude, I completely forgot about those movies. Oh, Catwoman, boys. What about that?
We prefer not to speak of that.
Oliver. Oh shit, dude! Imagine that movie like made a crossover of like the Batman movies. That shit would have been hilarious.
Did you know that Halle Berry, she showed up for her Razzie for that movie?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
No comment on that.
Yeah,
No
because
comment.
like she showed up for her Razzie, and then like 5 hours later, she got the Oscar for Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
No comment
So
on
it's
that.
like,
But yeah, Marvel DC fan though. Like I know we're going a bit off topic here, but what are your thoughts on the snub thing and the media and everything else?
I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as Inspector, where it's like I don't think it's really much in the media. It's just more the personal opinion kind of thing. And you mentioned like Wonder Woman, you know, Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot, and not really getting enough recognition. For me, it's not just them. It's just like superhero movies and sci-fi in general, because I mean Logan, I loved Logan, and I mean I'm really glad it got nominated for something, but like Hugh Jackman, best actor in like Patrick Stewart supporting, so like I think that it would have been really awesome to see them nominated for that. So I mean, yeah, that's all I got for it.
Right. Shall we do our outro?
We got two more. This one's super hilarious, but because we're talking about Razzies, we're gonna discuss who's gonna win.
No,
I don't care about the Razzies. We don't.
Yeah, can we skip that one, because I don't really.
I don't care about the Razzies.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about we do two of them though?
Okay, we can do two of them.
All right. Two.
All right, so I guess we could do worst actor and worst
picture.
Oh, is there a worst picture? Let me see. Okay, yeah. Worst picture and worst actor. Worst picture, Baywatch, the emoji movie 50 Shards. Is that 50 Shades?
50 Shards?
50, yeah, I was like, wait, what? I was like, 50 Shades.
The 50 Shards.
Okay.
The Mummy and Transformers Last Night.
Oh, my God.
2 picks right for me is going to be either the 50 Shades, the new 50 Shades movie, or the Transformers movie, because it's a Michael Bay movie and it's the same thing we get as always.
Wait, you actually watched 50 Shades?
Oh, here we go again. Here we go.
No, I saw the trailer. It popped up on TV.
Okay.
I swear, if I see it on your history, Claudia, we're gonna have to talk.
We'll talk after the stream.
50 Shades full movie on Google.
It's between those two, but it's going to be between those. But what about you, Inspector? Which movie is going to get the Razzie? Worst movie, remember, not the best.
I know. I don't think it's going to be Baywatch just because of The Rock. I don't think they're going to give it. I don't think it's going to be Baywatch.
I mean, The Rock can do no wrong, right?
Yeah. I think it might be 50 Shades. I think it's. I think it might be 50 Shades.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Red Hood and Marvel DC fan?
All right, I go first, I guess.
You go first?
Yeah, take the back seat for right now. So, it's gonna either be between 50 Shades Darker, Transformers Last Night. I'm gonna go with 50 Shades Darker because that movie is piss poor. It needs to be burned. It needs to be erased from everyone's memory. Little girls need to stop watching this movie. And this movie, if you fucking want to watch this movie, go watch fucking porn. Jeez. Feeding into the cesspool that is this dark side of fucking Hollywood. But that's me, you know. Those are my thoughts right there.
Okay, where's
What about Marvel DC fan? Your thoughts?
For me, I'm gonna go with the Emoji Movie because I swear to God, and this is a true story, by the way. Me and like a couple friends, we were at somebody's apartment. I forget whose exactly. We got high, and then we decided to rent a movie, and then somebody decided, oh, let's watch the Emoji Movie. I was like, all right. And immediately, like 15 minutes in, I swear to God, I stood up, walked to the bathroom, and just threw up.
What?
That is the effect that movie had on me. So,
Okay.
and we managed to finish the movie too, and all of us were just in shock because like this movie is just awful. So yeah, I'm gonna go Emoji Movie.
All right. So what's the next one?
Worst actor. So
Who's
we
the-
have Tom Cruise, The Mummy, Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jamie Dornan, 50 Shades Darker, Zac Efron, Baywatch, Mark Wahlberg, Daddy's Home 2, and Transformers Last Night. So I'm going to go
Who's
first.
the actor from last night, though?
Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Daddy Homes 2, and
I'm surprised John Cena's not on the list.
John Cena. Anyways,
No, why? Because his name is John Cena.
And you can't see him.
God damn it! I knew someone was gonna make.
I'm gonna go with Jamie Dornan because fuck 50 Shades Darker, disgusting.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Jamie Dornan as well.
Yep, same here. Marvel?
I'm gonna go Mark Wahlberg.
Damn, son.
Damn, son, we're gonna get a full house here. But
I would be the odd one out.
The odd one out.
Okay.
So, go to quickly the TV side. This is our last topic. Will this save DC Legends of Tomorrow? So it's been announced that Kid Flash is now going to be on Legends of Tomorrow as a cast member, as a reoccurring cast member. So what do we think? Will this save DC Legends of Tomorrow? Will it get people back to watching DC Legends of Tomorrow?
I can go first on that because I watch it.
Wow.
I think it's a 50-50 shot because depending on what the story they're going to go with on Legends with the Kid Flash. And obviously I know they're going to go on their adventures and everything. It depends on what and how many appearances he's going to make. And but to me, it's a 50-50. If it's the wrong story, it won't be saved. They'll probably get rid of the show. If it's a good storyline and if it links up to some of the other TV shows, then they'll save it. But I still like what's her name, White Canary. I still fancy her.
Well, too bad she goes the other way to Ladia.
Hey,
Damn, son.
God damn it.
I mean, I think that makes her more attractive, but
Anyway, yeah, true.
That's good.
Okay, so you guys?
I don't watch the show anymore, so I guess good for Wally.
Okay.
Will it bring you back? That is
No.
Okay, so
It
Marvel,
won't bring me back.
Marvel DC fan. If you watch the
For
show,
me, I mean, I don't watch Legends, but I'm gonna say no, only because like, I mean, Wally. I mean, of course, like he's on the Flash, and the Flash is like one of the more popular DC TV shows. But I mean, for me personally, I don't think I find Wally that interesting as a character. Probably because for me, he's just not written too well. Like he really like there's just not much for him to do. So
Okay.
I mean, he might be good for like a few episodes, but like I'm not sure it'll really help Legends in the long run. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Okay. Red Hood.
It's not gonna get me to watching Legends of Tomorrow. Hey, but for the people that are get to have Kid Flash, it seems like they're trying to do something different with Legends of Tomorrow, trying to, I guess, appeal to the people that want a speedster on the show, which if they wanted it, they got it. But overall, dude, I just think, I don't know, CW DC shows to me are just
They're falling back.
Just like just not
Besides Arrow.
Yeah, I think Arrow is the only consistent one.
really. I don't know. Like I just caught up with Arrow now. Like I love season 5, 1 and 2, but I don't know, Matt. I don't like this season much. For me,
Okay.
I don't know why. It's like it's more like it's kind of falling back to the old tropes that were like season 3 and 4.
Yeah,
I know,
I get-
but like the problem with CW is that they're pretty much just soap operas. That's the problem with CW.
Yeah.
But like every superhero comic is a soap opera, so
Yeah. Basically, they're the soap opera of the UK. Basically.
My
Yeah.
parents are dead.
Okay. So pretty much
my
that's.
parents are dead. Now I'm sleeping with Catwoman.
Hey.
whoa.
Okay.
But Batman
So-
is sleeping with Catwoman. I'm not
Well-
lying.
And
You're
where?
right. We're getting married,
Which
so
version?
Wait.
They're getting
Which version?
married.
Oh no, I know that. I know. I'm saying for people
Which
not
version?
knowing that shit, dude. I was like, you gotta
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
you're talking
Spoiler
about like
alert.
Telltale, talking about Arkham, you're talking about the anime
Hold on.
stuff.
Hold on.
Talking about
Arkham.
comics?
Arkham, they haven't done it. So
How do you know? They
because
never
it's
said.
not. No.
I
They never
mean,
said. Hey,
I mean,
they
they're-
never said.
they mentioned a hotel in Arkham Knight.
Hey, they could have
That's just one thing. They could have went down there.
Dude,
But
I mean,
anyway,
in
this is-
Telltale, in
well-
Telltale, you got the choice to bang her.
I mean-
So
I mean, he did. I mean, in the Batman comic, he did screw Batwoman. He did screw Catwoman on a rooftop
hey,
multiple times.
multiple times.
No comment
Yeah.
to that. No comment to that. Well, guys, this is gonna be the Overlevel podcast.
we're doing our
Finishing up.
outros.
So, Marvel DC fan, where can they find you on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the social stuff?
Well, I mean, I've got my YouTube channel with my my ugly face that you can see. Just follow me at Marvel DC Fan X99 on YouTube. If you want to talk to me directly, you can follow me on Twitter at which is at Marvel DC Fan X99, and then of course I got my Facebook, which is Marvel DC Fan on Facebook. So don't forget to like my videos, comment, subscribe, share, all that beautiful stuff. Hope you stick around, because Injustice 2 and me struggling to try and get my Q&A out soon. So
Yeah, I've been seeing that, dude. Struggling.
And
it's my internet. That's the problem. It's my internet that's like just fucking me over. But
okay, so
I'm trying to
Inspector,
get that
where can
fixed.
they find? So Inspector, where can they find you? Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter at the Inspector, and where I rant about comics and post music that I like, and also hopefully in the next few days, check out my article that I wrote, possibly going up on Comic Book Debate. It's an article about Hal Jordan and Sinestro, and an analysis on their friendship. It's a big analysis. It's like 2 pages long.
And Red
So-
Hood, where can they?
Awesome.
And Red Hood, where can they find you on Twitter? Where can they find you on social media and all that good stuff?
Yeah. Quick sec though. I want to say I will be reading that, Inspector. It would be
I will also
awesome
Yeah.
be reading that.
Yeah,
if you make a
hopefully-
video format. As well. It would be cool.
He'll send you a
might.
copy. He'll send you a
Yeah,
copy.
I'll send you a letter.
A letter. I was thinking YouTube.
I'm
but,
kidding.
you know.
I'm kidding.
So-
You know my,
where can they
my
find you?
PO box?
So
Mhm.
Red Hood,
Yeah.
where can they find you, Red Hood, on Twitter and all that good stuff?
You can find me at the Inspector channel that I'm making. Or
No,
Inspector.
seriously.
Yeah, no, I'm doing that shit. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm kind of serious about that actually. But for me, you're here, so you're watching. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Also, I do have a reaction video for God of War. If you want to see that raw, uncut, me like going insane while watching, it's coming up. You're gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, the title is Red Hood turns into Kratos watching God of War trailer.
I will have the axe with me as well. Or more of a ghetto axe, and
It's just
also
the face paint.
I actually have 2 videos also along with God of War that is going for some theory videos. Kind of trying to like wrap it up. I'm hopefully gonna do a let's play, or maybe actually no, because it's February. It's gonna be a live stream of all the God of War games that were on the consoles, like God of War 1 through 3. Yeah. You guys can see that. Let me know in the comment section below whether or not you want to see it on Twitch or YouTube. You guys have the freedom to tell me, or hit me up at Twitter. That's a good question because I don't memorize my Twitter. It's Red Hood 240, so you can check me out there, and I post some interesting stuff on Twitter. Nothing too awesome like Inspector, but also I'm planning a big it's really analysis of some movies like Blade Runner.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while for me to finish. I'm only 3 days in, and
okay.
And also Logan, which that won't be until I'm done with Blade Runner. So Blade Runner may come out near mid-February to end February. So you guys can check that out. Hopefully that gives me a big break you guys can enjoy. Also, I'm posting this on SoundCloud. I'm going to actually post this one on SoundCloud. So check us out at SoundCloud, the Overleveled Podcast. Also, I still haven't figured out iTunes. So let me know in the comment section below how to do that on iTunes. But guys, this was great having you. And Taladia's outro as well.
And you can find me, your boy, Taladia Plays, on YouTube, which is youtube.com/Taladia Plays. You can find me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Taladia Plays. You can find my Twitter, which is @mtaladia, where I post, when I go live on Twitch. Currently, what I'm doing on Twitch right now, I am playing Fortnite and I'm doing Star Wars Battlefront 2. I am looking to getting other games as well, possibly looking to get Sea of Thieves and possibly even PUBG. Because I've already got, PUBG on Xbox One. I'm looking into probably playing that on stream. But as well, guys, I am thinking about YouTube videos, but at the moment with all these problems with YouTube, it's still a 50-50 debate if I'm going to come back to YouTube or not. So, but anyway, guys, make sure you do follow me on Twitter. Make sure you check out the rest of the Overleveled podcast on Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff, guys.
And share it.
And share this video on Twitter, guys, and tag us in it. And make sure you tell your friends that, look, come and see the Overleveled podcast and say, hey, you know what? It's an amazing group of people talking about video games, movies, comics, all that good stuff. And we appreciate you spending your time watching the videos and commenting on it, as it takes a lot of time and dedication for us to come on and do these types of podcasts for you guys.
Yeah, guys, this is the Overleveled podcast. Signing off.
Take care, guys, and peace out.
And go read Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, I was going to say Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday Clock?
A variant cover, please.